All right, guys, exciting time. We're going to make your Amazon account. So the first thing that we're going to do is you're going to go ahead and make an Amazon business account. Now, you don't want to do this with your personal email or your personal Amazon account. So you could technically make a seller account attached to your personal account, but you don't want to do that, okay? We want to make a new thing that's a new entity, and then now this is going to protect your account and then make it sellable if you decide to sell it in the future, and it's going to make your accounting easier. It's just going to make life a lot easier, separating your personal from your business for legal purposes, accounting purposes, and future selling purposes. And you can also get some sweet prices with Amazon Business. So I just want to show you guys the benefit of getting the business account is you do actually save prices on things. So where we can go is if we look at this Elgato Stream Deck here, this is something that I use when I'm recording. Now this is on my account that is not a business account, but when you go to the business account, which I have open in another tab here, you'll see that the price is actually cheaper for businesses. And this happens on a lot of products. So this is something that's pretty awesome. Yeah, so you're able to save money on products that you would already be purchasing. It's going to make your accounting a lot easier. And then also, there's some other benefits to it also. And one of the neat things here is you're going to get multiple users. So basically what you could do is have virtual assistants or other people come in and help and do purchases for you. And then you can even have approval systems sent in there so they could go and make the purchase, and then you could just go in and approve it so that you could start delegating and working on your business more instead of having to do some tedious things. And then there's another thing, basically set up recurring purchases as well. So obviously we all know that there's subscribe and save with Amazon, but when you have an Amazon business account, you can essentially just set things up to recur and automate things that you would be doing anyways, and then that's only available on the business account. So totally something worth to get because you save money and it makes things easier, saves your accounting. So I suggest that everybody does this. So here's the first thing. We're going to create the Amazon business account. So if you guys click the link down there, it'll bring you to my influencer page actually, and you'll see that we can go ahead and create the Amazon business account right here. Now, I would appreciate if you guys use that because I do actually get a bounty, which is very rare. Amazon does not offer bounties for anything, but this is a rare scenario, and you're going to have to sign up anyway, so it'd be appreciated if you guys use the link. So if you go there, create your Amazon account, then what you do is then you'll be able to make it right here. So we'll go ahead and do that. So when you go here, you're going to be prompted for an email address. So now there's going to be certain scenarios, and we'll go over those right now of what you should put in for your email address. First scenario, if you don't have a business yet, that's okay. You can always change at any given time the email and the entity. And so essentially what you need to have is a sole proprietorship or an LLC or a different business type. But the great thing is, because of the law in the United States, you could just say, I'm a sole proprietorship, and you automatically create a business when you can just do it like that. Basically, whenever you're doing business without an actual entity, you just have a business. So what we can do then is if you already created a website and professional email for talking to suppliers, like we've talked about previously, you could go ahead and use that email. And that's what I'm going to be using for this video. But if you haven't done that yet, you could go back and watch that, and then you'll get a nice professional email address and a website too and everything. And that's going to help you with talking to suppliers. If you don't want to do that and you're just like really antsy to create this account, you could just go and make a brand new fresh email, not anything that you previously have or your personal email, and then you could go ahead and use that and then update it in the future. But highly advised that you do get some form of professional email. So the other scenario would be where you already have a business. So if you already have a business and you've already created the professional email, so, purchases or whatever you want at whatever your domain is.com, go ahead and use that. And if you haven't done that yet, but you have a business, you go watch the other video where we teach you how to go ahead and get that domain and get your professional email address and website. So if you've already got that email, you could go ahead and use that. All right, so we're in here and we're entering our email address. And in that previous video where we made the website and professional email address, we had chosen purchases at alpacasversusllamas.com. So we'll go ahead and do that. Now what we'll put in our name as Bill Murray. Go here, make a password, and we're good to go. All right, so now we're getting into the information. So if you are doing a sole proprietorship, so you haven't made a business yet, you're going to want to go ahead and put in your name. And then is the business name would technically be yourself if you're sole proprietorship, and if you had a business, actually, you would put in that business name. And then for street number, you're going to want to put in your actual street address that you live at for tax purposes if you're a sole proprietorship. If you are doing a business, you would want to put the actual address that you registered your business with the Secretary of State of whatever state you made it in, or if you're in a foreign country, use whatever you used for your actual documents. That's what you're going to go. For business phone, you have an option here. If you have an actual business phone, you could go ahead and use that. You could use your personal phone if you want, or if you want to be more secure, you could make a second phone number really fast. There's an app called Sideline on the Google Play Store where you could download it, and I think for 14 days you get a free business phone, and you just install it, and then they just give you a new phone, and then you can get separate calls to that, or you can go ahead and you could use Google Voice if you want to get a new phone number, if just to be a little bit more secure and not have that connection to your account. But you're probably going to be connected anyways because you'll be logging in with the same cookies and whatnot. But anyways, yep. So just put in actual information. Don't make stuff up here. While you might have used a different email address, like that company might not exist, that's okay, because if you're making the sole proprietorship, the email is not the important part. The important part here is they will do some verification here. So you just want to either do your name or your business name. So if you want to get your account approved faster, you can go ahead and type in a business credit card here. Or if you're doing a sole proprietorship, you could technically use a different credit card that you have. That is an option. When you're doing a sole proprietorship, it's normally good to have a separate credit card for that. But if you're not charging anything on it, basically just using a credit card here. And then down here, they'll ask you for some information. So if you have your EIN for your business, then you would enter that. And then if you're a sole proprietorship, so basically you just created this business out of thin air, then you would go ahead and type in your social security number. Or you could go ahead and just skip this step. But I'm not sure exactly what the verification process is going to look like. If you're skipping this step, they might have some other measures. But yeah, those are your options. So if you might as well just enter in this information. So there we go. We submitted and we're done. I have up to 24 hours to verify my business because we just kind of entered in spoof information there. And I already have an account, so I don't want to create many ones and get them linked. So hope that this was helpful. But now that you have this account, you're ready to go and make an Amazon seller account.